Hello YouTube, welcome to my review on Aaron Eckhart'S Joker. Or, not Aaron Eckhart'S Joker, Aaron Eckhart'S Harvey Dent. I almost didn't know what I was talking about for a sec. I think that Aaron Eckhart did a great job of Harvey Dent. Because Harvey Dent is one of those guys where he's that lawyer type person. And he seems like he's born to be a lawyer. And they call him in this movie Gotham's White Knight. I really see that when I look at his character, because you compare him to Batman, and you don't see yin and yang, but you see parallels and you see similarities. So I think it's a very interesting way to portray him, and I really felt for Harvey Dent when I was watching this movie. I really was rooting for I really was rooting for him a bit, because I wasn't saying like I really was thinking like this guy's got a girlfriend, he deserves her, and he's doing the right thing, and I really felt for him. And when he got that accident, I could not help but feel so sorry for him. The CGI and the makeup they used for Two-Face, I wouldn't have first thought of, like, if I was the filmmakers, I would probably never have thought of CGI for the thing, but I really don't understand what's the point of computer generated makeup for Two-Face. But then I saw what he looks like. This is repulsive. It's great. It's an incredible way to do it, but it's probably the only way I could think of doing it. If you want a realistic version of how Two-Face would look, but you look at it, and you are, first of all, you're freaked out, and secondly, you feel like you're going to be sick. I think that's how they described it, and I felt I was drinking my pop when I was in the theater, and I just swallowed it, and I almost felt like I was going to bring it back up. And it's so, the way they do it is so, you see the inside of his jaw, and it looks so realistic. And you see, twisted muscles, and you see, his eye, like this, and it's disgusting. And all this other stuff. And I thought that it was a good choice to have gasoline instead of the acid, because it's like how they did it. It seems a lot more realistic to how it would happen, and the design of it all, like I said, it was incredible, and it just looked like burnt skin, but chunks of his skin have been burnt off. Like, I'm seeing chunks missing from his face, and it's honestly, when you look at it, he looks like he's not only been burned, he looks like he should be dead. So I really thought that the design of Two-Face was very good. But I thought when I saw his suit, half of his suit had been burnt, I was like, that's a bit much. I think you should leave it at the face, because if you do this suit, then you're really just going back to Tommy Lee Jones's Two-Face, and you want to make it as different as possible. I thought that the coin was being a lot more, back to Tommy Lee Jones, I thought it was used a lot more than the Tommy Lee Jones portrayal. But at the same time, I think that Two-Face really had to be driven mad by Rachel's death. Sort of to the point, I know he wanted to kill Joker and all these people who were responsible. But I wanted him to go to the point where he realizes he's lost everything. He realizes, he knows he's lost everything, but I want him to boil that thought into his brain, and so that he would be so that he would like realize I've got nothing left, and he'd just go insane to the point where he'd flip that coin, it lands heads or tails, and he kills them without a second thought. And he has no remorse whatsoever, and he just lets the coin decide for him. Here, he just uses it, I think, because he's just like he's more vigilante than he is crazy. Um, because I think that they wanted to make him as different from the Joker as possible. But but I think that they should have just picked a different form of insanity for him, because there are different forms of insanity. You look at Scarecrow and Joker and you see differences. But there is some parts of it where it's like I just feel that it's just this like it's I wanted the coin not to be. For me, the coin was sort of like a jury flipping through the air, because he's a court man, a jury flipping through the air, and it's also and he's the executioner. Sorry, I apologize. But here it doesn't really feel like that to me. I really think that it could have been like that. That was what I was hoping for, but I thought that it could have. And I personally, I really wish that they were saying that they were going to use Two-Face as the villain in the third movie. I really wish that they had, but Chris Nolan, he blew me away with Batman Begins, and he has knocked the life out of me with The Dark Knight. So I have no doubt that if he does make a third Batman movie, he knows what he's doing by getting rid of Two-Face. He probably has a good idea of where the movie's going, but I think that he does know what he's doing, and I think for the third movie he's still going to be able to make our jaws drop. But I really thought that Two-Face needed a lot more screen time. But here's the reason why I thought that he needed, first of all, a bit more screen time, and second of all, a lot more depth. Because one of the reasons I wish they had picked him for the third movie is because I wanted to see sort of mostly Harvey Dent in. They did have mostly Harvey Dent in The Dark Knight, but I want to see mostly Harvey Dent and a dash of Two-Face. Like, in total, 5-10 minutes of Two-Face. That's about it. And the sequel, whatever the third movie would be, I wanted to see an entire movie of, or mostly Two-Face and a bit of Harvey Dent. That's what I wanted to see, because that gives you a lot more depth. And you see this person who has been driven to this point, and you see where he's going. And it would have showed a lot more interesting things. I wanted to sort of see the Joker, Batman, and Two-Face all fighting each other. And here it's sort of he's not working with the Joker, but he's just letting him live. And I think that here, like, he's not a big a villain as he could have been, because I did see Two-Face as a villain in this movie, but the problem is he's more of the biggest victim of the Joker's chaos. And yeah, he's become mostly a vigilante with his own sense of judgment instead of what I thought he could have been. I think that this is the best incarnation of Harvey Dent and Two-Face, but I thought that I thought this really could have had a bit more. I think that my expectations were blown away with the Joker, but I think that was a bit. They decided, let's focus on the Joker, and with Harvey Dent, let's just do as best we can. But I think that they did put a lot more into the Joker than I think Two-Face, which I think is a shame. I think that you should develop the villains equally. So yeah, that is my review on Aaron Eckhart's Harvey Dent / Two-Face. By the way, I will be going to see this movie again today. I'm going to see it again. I love this movie, and I'm going to have to go see it again because I think that it's worth seeing again. So, I'll see you guys later, and bye-bye.